Hi, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. If you're new here, I'd like to invite you to subscribe and click that little notification bell so you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is going to be for mid-month, but especially centered around the full moon in Pisces coming up on the 13th. Okay, it's also the harvest moon, which is the full moon that occurs closest to the autumn equinox. All right, so it's a good time for releasing and letting go a lot of energies we've maybe held on to for the last 6 months or so. It's also good as far as spiritual transformation, and it will also tend to make you just a little more emotional, especially, you know, with Pisces also being a water sign, and you being a water sign, you're just going to get a big double dose of all that. So if you are feeling especially happy, double it. If you're feeling maybe a little depressed or sad or going through some things, yeah, that's going to be a little more intense too. You may just want to like snuggle up at home with your cat and read a book or something for a couple days. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this reading. What are the love messages for Cancer mid-month surrounding the full moon, September 2019? What are the love messages for Cancer for mid-month, September 2019, surrounding the full moon? What are the love messages for Cancer, September 2019, surrounding the full moon? All right, I'm going to go ahead and divide these up, okay? All right, so on the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords, okay? This is going to be the overall energy for this particular reading. So as we go through this reading, I will show you how this card fits in and relates to the different cards in the spread, okay? All right. And again, I have allergies and my eyes are just running and I'm sniffling. Okay, the first row is going to represent you and what you're going through and how you're feeling. The second row is your beloved, your intended, your twin flame, soulmate, or karmic partner. Okay. Third row is your obstacles. And the fourth row is outcome. All right. Now, oh, my eyes are so runny. All right. So we have the Two of Pentacles reversed and the Four of Swords. Okay, so your partner may be treating you as if your feelings and emotions don't matter at all. This water back here is you. Okay, if you're involved with an earth sign, they may seem very self-involved. They may seem perpetually self-interested to the point that they don't see your needs or you feel like they don't value your needs. And you know, so you've had a lot of time to think about this, and you sleepless nights. It's not the Nine of Swords, it's the Four of Swords, but this is time that you've spent just reflecting, thinking, you know, is this really how I want to spend the rest of my life? You know, do I want to be with someone who, you know, I have to get all emotional, throw fits just to get their attention when they don't even notice anyway? All right. How your partner feeling is you've got the King of Cups reversed as well as the Six of Cups reversed. So they are thinking that you are expecting them to be like they're the King of Cups, and they think that you think they're your soulmate. And where they may be in it for temporary, or, just to spend, pastime till whatever happens. I don't know yet. We're just starting the reading. But, they're with you, and they are basically, let's just enjoy this time together, and it will last as long as it lasts. They're not necessarily thinking or getting that vibe from you that they are your soulmate. Okay. And in the obstacles, all right, we have the Three of Wands, and you have the Four of Cups. I mean, the Three of Cups, and you have the Four of Cups reversed. Okay, so where it may seem as if, again, they are self-involved. They're just thinking of themselves. They're in pretty much party mode, or maybe they like to drink. Who knows? Maybe they like to, pass time with friends instead of with you. And you are feeling like, you had been made so many offers, and none of them seemed to be anything that you wanted. And, when this person came along, I'm getting kind of the feeling that maybe they were a manipulator. Maybe they had some hidden agenda why they wanted to spend time with you. I don't know. They genuinely like you. I get that feeling, but it's just not panning out to be what you had hoped it to be. Okay. All right. When it's in this position, you're getting offers and you're not interested. When it's in reverse, of course, you may be kind of interested, and you're seeing kind of like where this will go. I wouldn't take any of it too serious. I'm not getting a long-term vibe from this at all. Your outcome is the Chariot and the Hierophant. Okay. These are both major arcana cards, and they have very, very strong influence. So, you may have a very good friend that is going to help you through this, who is going to kind of be your mentor, who's going to help you, like a best friend. That could be a child. If you have grown adult children, or it could be, a lifelong friend. It could be, I'm feeling more like it's a male friend that's going to help you more through this. And the Chariot, where, things should go really fast. Well, they're not. It's just dragging out and dragging out. And, this could go on indefinitely till somebody stands up, either your partner, and say, this is not what I wanted. This is not, or you could stand up and say, this is not working out the way that I had hoped or envisioned that it would. Okay, so we have the Tower. All right, Cancer. We all know about the Tower. When the Tower crumbles, all right, although it looks scary and fierce, it is actually an opportunity for us to rebuild situation or the relationship on a better and a stronger ground. This work we were talking about doing, if you sit down with your partner and voice your needs and say, I feel neglected, I feel like I'm being ignored, I feel like you don't view me as a permanent relationship, like I'm something you're just passing time with. If that is the case and the Tower crumbles, then that is always for the best. If the Tower crumbles and both of you decide that this is something wonderful, and you think you might really want to give it another chance, then this gives you the opportunity to rebuild that. All right. I do see that your partner has quite a bit of attraction to you. There's a good bit of chemistry going on here, but we all know there has to be more involved than just a physical attraction. If there's something about you physically that I don't know, I'm getting the word fetish if you've got pretty feet or, you know, nice thick thighs or whatever it is your partner may or may not be into. Yeah, so they may be particularly attracted to you because of a certain asset that you have. And, you know, use you for their own selfish needs, you know, to distract them from whatever it is that's going on in their life. Okay. And more obstacles as hangman. Okay, so you know, like I said earlier, if you don't speak up, for yourself, okay, this is going to go on indefinitely. With this full moon and you feeling more emotional, it's probably a pretty good time for you to do that, because if you're finding that maybe your throat chakra is a little closed, wear a nice piece of turquoise or something, you know, maybe some lapis or something. Even wear the color blue would be awesome. But, you know, and even this little guy here, he's wearing a blue shirt. Speak up so that you don't stay suspended. Speak up and let your partner know what your needs are, okay? That you need to be more than just something that they're attracted to physically. That, you know, you want it to be a lifelong, you want to build a lifelong relationship. You're done with casual, okay? And I see that you will pull out your sweet little Queen of Swords, okay? So she's like a person who is gonna like absolutely not put up with any nonsense. You know, you may have this feeling where you need to tell him, okay, this is too emotional for me. This is putting me through too much. I have enough in my life that taking on a new relationship, the things that are going on with you are too much for me to handle, and I'm just not. I'm not taking on your burdens as well as mine, and you know it needs to cut off, which is probably the reason that you are feeling the way that you are. And again, I told you, she shows up. She shows up in almost every reading when it comes to outcome or obstacles. And this Queen of Wands, you know, I've said over and over and over, although Wands represents all fire signs, this one really and truly feels like a Leo, okay? And she may have recently gone through, this is the theme, like in 15 readings I've done lately. She shows up to, you know, in her, she's an ex. She shows up in her ex-partner's life and interferes and, you know, causes trouble, instigates, stirs that pot just a little bit. You know, it causes a little bit of trouble between you and your partner. It makes you feel as if you are not the main focus. If this ex is so great, why aren't they with them? Okay. There they are, go get them. But she tends to only show up when her love life is not going so great, or if she's recently broken up with somebody. So just be prepared that within the next week or so, this Queen of Wands is going to contact, you know, this can be a man too. It's just, there's no gender in the tarot. These cards just represent the energy from the card. It can be male or female, but I'm saying female because I'm a female, so I'm relating to it as if, you know, it were another female. Okay, so if this person shows up, especially around this full moon, when you are super and hyper emotional and your partner is feeling just a little bit amorous, okay? And maybe not so focused on you, she may be able to turn his head or take his attention or meet up with him for lunch, or, you know, she'll have some kind of a crisis she will need for him to come and check out or help with. It's the way that this particular queen operates, especially when she's in reverse. She gives people, she uses people from her past as something to fall back on when the things that she is, you know, going on in her present life don't work out. She shows back up. I don't know if that should be that you should take that seriously. She seems like a person that is, you know, searching and is trying so hard to find somebody to love her, and it's not. So I see that your partner is not going to be forthcoming with this communication that you're wanting to have. They're going to be just a little bit immature about it when you tell them, you know, I need to talk to you. I feel like my needs aren't being met. They're going to have a very immature attitude about it. They're going to accuse you of bitching, of not being patient with them, of being too demanding or wanting too much. Okay, my laptop's cutting off. Okay, all right. So we have justice. Okay, and so, you know, I don't know if there's anything legal coming up in your partner's you know, near future or anything shortly after this full moon, but it's time, and this can be you as well, especially if you have air in your chart. You as this Queen of Swords, you can make that decision to say, you are not meeting my needs. You are too self-involved. You have spent too much time partying, getting drunk, whatever. You have too much time that you communicate with your ex. You are not being you're not being the king that I need you to be. Okay? You're not being this King of Cups for me. Okay? And this is your Page of Swords. This is the card from the beginning, and I'll show you how that it relates. This is where you are going to have to, you know, sit down and absolutely have this conversation with your person and let them know that this is not good enough. This is not what you want. Of course, you know, they're going to talk to people and they're going to make out like you're possessive or you're jealous or you're too clingy or you mother or smother them too much, that you want to know every single little move they make. But these are manufactured feelings that you are having. They are not necessarily something that is your nature to feel about someone in a relationship. But it seems sometimes as if they intentionally cause you to have those feelings by you know, blatantly doing things that wouldn't normally someone wouldn't normally do in a relationship, especially when it's serious. They're leaving you feeling kind of off balance, kind of disconnected, kind of like, you know, you're drowning. There's all this water. There's a lot of Neptune associated with this particular full moon again, which is water, and it's like you just be, you know, deep and drowning in this sea of emotion and stuff. And you definitely will see that this person is not. Not only is he not your King of Cups, but he's not giving you the security that you need as the Emperor either, which will lead you as the High Priestess. Yeah, after taking the energy, the Queen of Swords, you need to take time and think these over and make the decision that you feel like is best for you. If you need to move on to preserve your sanity so that you can function with your friends, with your family, with your job, whatever. They can have you so distracted that while you are at work, you instead of, you know, focusing on work, you're worried about things they're doing or saying. You know, it's not a good feeling at all. The final card in this reading is the Two of Cups reversed, and I don't see that there's a reconciliation from this. I'm seeing that, and this is just a reading, and sometimes the energies pick up on a particular person or different couples that may be going through these things. If you're a cross watcher, sometimes you might have to reverse the roles. If even if you're the person, okay, the roles I'm talking about may be just a little bit reversed in that too. You don't have to try to force it to fit, but everybody that is a Cancer has a different chart unless they're born at exactly the same day in the same longitude and latitude and at the same time. Okay, so everybody's charts are going to be just a little bit different depending, and these readings pick up kind of like on the collective, it's kind of a general reading. And if you would like a more personalized reading based on your astrology and your partner's astrology, I would love for you to email me at midnightmoontarot@gmail.com, and we can talk and arrange a personalized reading with you. I do these over Skype, or I can record them and email them to you. Okay, I just want you to know that I really, really appreciate all of you who have subscribed to my channel, and all the likes and comments and all the support that you guys have given me, all the encouragement. It really means so much to me, and I really love getting to know each and every one of you, and I'm really enjoying building this little community here on YouTube. All right, so you guys have a great night. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.